Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be telling you that how to integrate the Stripe payment gateway inside your React.js application. So this will be a full stack application. So you can see the demo of the application here. This is a screen here, Stripe checkout. So you will see the product info, product name, product price, and this is a short description. And this is a simply pay with card button. And the backend I am using is Node.js and Express server. You will see this is the code here. So if I click this button here, pay with card here, so this pop-up window will appear of this Stripe here. So we are currently running this on test mode. And here you need to provide your email address and the billing information. You will see name, all that information will be there auto-filled. And if you click the payment info button once again, and now it will ask you the card number. This is month, CVC number. So Stripe has its own test card number. If you just search for Google here, Stripe test cards on Google, so it will be, there are various cards available. If you go to their documentation, you will find all these cards. So I will be using this card number, you will see. So if I go here, 4242 and 08, I can provide any date here. This can be anything, and CVC number can also be anything. And now if you pay this amount here, now after this you will see the toast notification. After the payment is successful, you will see this green signal, that is success message. Please check the email for details. And now basically if I enter the email, check my email address that I entered during the checkout process. So So inside the Twitch, this dashboard of Stripe, so you can see, if I refresh it, you will see now this payment will be there. 7th January, today is 7th January, 7:25. You will see all the payments are there in this. You will see 8:32. So I can change this description. Let me change the description and show to you. So just to clarify that this is a payment which is made here. If I change the description in the code here, so let me change this to sample PDF. This is a sample PDF. That's it. So this is a name here that we are giving here. So let's suppose once again we rerun the application and do this process once again. So now you will see the product name will be changed. Product description will also be changed. If I once again click pay with card, enter the same information, click pay info, then say 4242. And now if I enter the date and CVC number, click pay here, and now you will see it is successful. Now it will show the toast message that the payment is success here, check. And now if I refresh the payment section here, if I refresh it, now you will see the description will be changed here with the latest purchase. You will see purchase the sample PDF. So the amount is $120. It is succeeded. This payment is complete. And this is the date and time. You can also send out the receipt here by clicking send receipt. So it will send out the receipt to the deliver to the email address of the person which has purchased it. Simply click send, and now the receipt will be sent. Invoice payment receipt. If I check the email address, you will see this is the email that I will receive here. Receipt. This is a payment method here. You will see $120. So this is a simple integration application we will be building in this tutorial, how to integrate Stripe payment gateway inside React.js and Node.js and Express. This is a full stack application. And at the end of the video, I will be deploying this application to Heroku.com so that you can try it by yourself also. So if you want to get all the source code, I have given the link in the video description. This is my full step-by-step blog post where I have written the step-by-step instruction on both developing the client and the server end. So go to the video description link to download all the source code, and let's start building this application from scratch here. So let me start building this. So let me close all the windows here which are there and start from scratch. So now basically I will go to my projects directory inside my desktop, and let me open CMD here and make a new directory here which is Stripe test payment, Stripe test project, let me say, cd into this Stripe test project. And first of all, guys, in this folder, let me open this inside Visual Studio Code text editor. So first of all, we need to make the client side of it. So I will make a new directory here, which is client, cd into this client directory. And here we will make a new React.js project with the help of npx command, create dash React app, and followed by the name of the project, which will be sample Stripe payment. So just write this, and now it will create this create React app. So it will hardly take some time here. It will install all the dependencies. So I will not pause the video. Please just watch all the video steps here. So it will hardly take 5 to 10 seconds. So it is installing all the dependencies. And similarly, we will make the backend also in a separate folder, which will be server. So it is just installing it. So it is installing the template. So basically, if you open the client folder, you will see all the node modules are installed here. This is a source here. We need to edit this file here, which is this file. So in the meantime, we can do this. So we don't need this header here. We can delete this. We don't need this logo. So we don't need this logo. And we can delete this logo file here, which is delete this. And I also don't need this testing part also. So also delete this also. Setup test file I don't need. Simply delete this also. App test file also don't need it. Simply delete this. So these four files will be there inside the source directory. So simply here we need to write our code here. So now this complete, we can launch this application by npm run. How to run this? I think it is npm run. Oh, sorry, npm start. So it will start the application at a particular port number. Oh, sorry, we need to go to that directory. So this is the directory, which is sample Stripe payment. So here we will launch this application npm start. So this will start the application. You will see start the development server here at localhost 3000. So it will take some time here. It is saying that cannot resolve report web vitals. Oh, sorry, we deleted that accidentally, that file here. I thought it was not necessary. Let me restore that file. So now you can see that, guys, I am just restoring all the files that I deleted here. So this is the so now you can see all the files have been compiled successfully. So nothing is printing out because we deleted the logo. You can see that. So now in this case, what we want to do is that we want a simple heading here or a container class. So we will be using some Bootstrap. So as you know, Bootstrap contains this class called as container class. So we will use this. So inside this div, we will contain a heading, which we will be giving a class of text center. So it will place this heading in the center position. So here we will say Stripe payment checkout demo. So now if you refresh it, you will not see the change here. You will see this styling which is applied here. But I want the Bootstrap styling. So what I will do is that I will say here Bootstrap CSS. So basically, if you just see here, this is the address where CSS is hosted here. Simply copy this and open this. So this is all the CSS of Bootstrap. Simply copy this and paste it inside this file, which is app.css. You can see app.css. Simply paste all the styling. So simply delete the default styling and paste this. So this is the Bootstrap styling here, you will see. And now if you refresh it, now you will see the Bootstrap styling is applied here. So here we need to have some break tag so that you can see now after that we will have some more break tags. And after that, guys, we also need to install some other dependencies inside this. Let me install this. First, we need to install React Stripe checkout. This is a dependency which allows you to integrate the payment button. So simply install this react-stripe.checkout. And we also need to make use of Axios, which will make the actual post request. So simply install this also, Axios. And we also will need the react-toastify. So basically this will alert the user that your payment is complete and it will show the message to the user. So these three dependencies I have installed here, so I can simply start the server once again. So now once again we need to import this. First of all, we will import our our first dependency, which is Stripe checkout. So import Stripe checkout, and this will be imported from React Stripe checkout library like this. So now we need to embed this. It is very simple. After these two break tags, we will have a simple, let me just see here. We need to bind this. We need to surround this inside Bootstrap class, which is form group and container. And inside this div, we will say Stripe checkout. And this takes some options, guys. So basically, if you just embed this, you will see your pay with card option is there. So now we will be attaching a class to it. So class name to center, basically to center this button in the screen. So go to app.css and just write this styling, a little bit styling here, which will be dot center. And here we will be changing the display property of it to flex. And then we will be giving a width of 100% to make it full width button, and justify content will be center. So this will be just making this button in the center of the screen. So this is, you can see, aligning it at the real center. If you just click this button, you will see the pop-up window appear. So from this lines of code, we have successfully integrated the Stripe payment button. And now inside this, we will have some more options which we need to have. The second option it takes is the Stripe key. So basically inside your Stripe dashboard, once you create your account, go to the home section here. So if you go to the home section, you will get your API key. Just go to developers, and here inside the API key section here, simply publishable key. This is the key that you will need. Simply copy this and paste it here like this. Paste it. After this, we will have some more option here, which will be token. Token option. Here we need to bind a method here which will handle the token for us. Handle token. And then we will give it an amount. Amount will be equal to whatever amount is there. So here for this we need to create an object here right at the top, which will be the product object, which will hold the properties for name of the product, price, all that stuff. So here we will just create that object, which will be simply be const product here, const product. And I think, yes, this is a product. And here we need to, guys, use the useState hook from React. So it will automatically import this from React here. So this will contain some properties. So useState. First will be the name. So what will be the name of the project here? This will be sample, I think sample game. I think sample game. Let me change the name. Price, I will give it a price of, let's suppose, 200. And lastly, we will have the short description for the product, which will be, this is a sample game. That's it. So now we have created this product array here. So this has some properties with the help of useState hook. So now we can access these properties simply by using the dot symbol. We can say here inside product dot price, and we need to multiply by 100 to convert to dollars here, and then we will give it a name. So name property will be simply be equal to, I think we can give it a dynamic name, which is product dot name. That's it. And then we have the two properties which we need to have, which is billing address and shipping address. That's it. So these, I think, six properties we have added here for the checkout button. If you refresh the application, so it is saying that handle token is not defined. So we need to define this function at the very top here. So we need to say this will be a async function, because here in this function we will make the post request. So inside this function we will have the properties here which will be automatically passed to this function. So inside this function we will have the token. So the token and addresses, that's it, which will be automatically passed inside this function. So now we need to make the post request. So we will be using for this Axios library. So for this we need to import Axios. So we will say import Axios from Axios like this. So we will simply say here Axios dot, this contains a post request here. Simply call the post method here. And here you need to pass the URL. So HTTP localhost, and this we will make here, just a moment of time here, 5000 the port number. So this is a URL, and simply, and inside this slash checkout. So we will make this request here slash checkout, and after that put a comma here, and after that what information you need to pass. So in this case we need to pass the actual token and the product. That's it. This is the information we need to pass here. And now it will make the response. So now after making the response, we will take the response and check for the status property. So we will just print out response.status. And for now, I will just close this client file, because I think this client file is complete for now. Now I will make the backend. So I will close this, go to the command line. Simply, I will move from this directory, move to the root directory, and here I will make the server folder. So, and you can see server folder is created. I will cd into this server folder and npm init-y. So this will create the package.json file, and then we will install the packages. First, I will install Express, which will be the server. Then we will install Stripe, which will be the server-side library. Then we will install UUID, which will generate random ID for each transaction. So these are the libraries, I think. Let me cross check if I also, we will need CORS library, which needs to have make cross sifting request. So these four libraries are needed. Simply enter and install these four libraries. So you will see inside dependencies, once it is installed here, CORS, Express, Stripe, and UUID. So now inside your root file, just make index.js, and here we will make the simple Express app. So we need to require Express. So we will start at a particular port number, which will be process.env dot port. If the port is not available, then run this file on 5000. So app is equal to Express. app.listen. So in the console, we can say that app is listening on port 5000. That's it. So now what we need to do is that, guys, we need to make that post request which will handle the checkout process here. So we will say app.post slash checkout request response. So after that, guys, what we need to do is that first of all, we need to import our body parser middleware also, which is a built-in dependency. So we need to require it at the very top. So you need not have to install this. So we need to set this middleware body parser dot URL encoded, extend it to false, and the next line which will be body parser dot JSON. And after that, we also need to import the Stripe library. So the server-side Stripe library simply at the very top require this also Stripe. And now in the parentheses, you need to paste your access token here, which let me show you. In the dashboard, this is a secret key. So this will be this will be different for you. So don't copy mine. Simply click reveal key and this is copy this and paste it here. So after this, guys, we also need to require the UUID library, which will be, we have installed this UUID. So we need to require this and we need to call the v4. So from v4, we need to have this. That's it. And also we need to just require the course library. So cross origin request. So without it, we cannot make the post request. So we need to set this app.use course. That's it. So these are all the middleware functions, guys, that we have successfully set here. Now, in this moment of time, we can make our request. So inside this post request, we can now console log the parameters. Let me check here, request.body. Let me check if in the console if all the parameters are successfully printed out. Let me launch this server here, nodemon index.js. So you can see app is listening on port 5000. So basically, let me open a new command line window here inside the app client here. You will see this is the client folder. Yes, this is a client. Let me open a command line here. And here let me npm start. So in which each window I am opening this client here, which is React.js, and here I am opening the server side. So now let me make that application. Let me click pay with card. So you will see the email address will pop in, click payment info, and here I will put the number, credit card number, and 0825245. If I click pay here, guys, you will see now inside the console, if I check the inspect element, let me see what is the problem here. So let me just see why it is not. So it is saying handle token is not defined. So I think this is a problem here. Handle token is not defined. Localhost 5000. And now, guys, if I just submit this, you can see that localhost 3000. The client is running. If I click the pay with card option, if I submit this, click payment info. If I submit the card here, if I enter the information CVC number, click pay. And now in the console, you will see all this information will be printed out. The token, ID, object. This is all the information about the user which is buying the product. This is the email address. Product information is also captured, name, price, description. So now we need to simply create the payment here, do the transaction. So this we can do this simply by creating two variables, error and status. So let create the first variable error and comma status, and we need to surround this using try catch. So if any sort of error take place, we can just console log it. So inside this try catch, first of all, we need to get all the product and token. So we can say product dot token, and this we can do this using request dot body. We can extract this product and token. After extracting it, we can make the customer object. So customer, so this will be equal to, we are there inside the, just make this function as sorry, I am writing this code in the wrong direction here. This is the client file. We need to write inside index.js, so in the post request. So simply paste this code here. So just declare the error and status variable. As this is this async function, just make this post request async. So we will be awaiting the response here, which will be, we will be using stripe dot customers dot create method. So inside this create method, we will pass the object. Email will be equal to the email of the person which are buying it, the product, which will be, we can say token dot email, and then the second will be source. So source will be equal to token dot id. So after making this customer object, we will be making the random key also, which will be equal to key, and this will be equal to uuid. That's it. We will be calling that function, which will generate the unique key for every transaction. So after doing this, guys, I will just copy paste the code from my blog post here. You can just find out. This is a long code which is holding all the information about the user. Let me copy paste this. That's it. Let me copy paste this code here. So basically you will see this is holding, it is now calling the charges.create method. Inside this we are passing the amount, currency, customer, receipt email, email of the person, description, shipping information, and the address. And lastly we are passing this key parameter, which is key here. That's it. For each transaction this will be unique. So now we simply need to, after that you will see, we need to console log. After that, we can just say console log the charge, and we will make the status as success. If any sort of error take place, then we can make the status failure. You can see, make the status as failure. So just make status to failure if any sort of error take place. At last, we can return this JSON as a JSON response, which is, so at last we can return this response.json error.status. That's it. This is all that we need to do inside this checkout post request. So now we can simply go to the client file, and here we are expecting this. We can just console log the response.status property. If status is equal to 200, in that case we can display the notification. So for displaying the notification, we need to import the notify module at the very top. So if you just see here, we need to import the toast module. So this will be react.toastify, and we also need to import the CSS file of this project also. So if you just go to the video description link, this is a file, CSS file. So simply import this also. And also that after that, we need to toast.configure. We need to call this method in order to configure this toast here like this. And now whenever we need to show this, we need to have the if condition. If response.status is equal to triple equal to 200, in that case we need to show the success message, else we will show the failure message. Now to show this message, it is pretty simple. We will say we will call this toast method success payment is completed. And the second argument, we will say this is an object here, and this will be type will be equal to success, like this. And similarly, if any sort of error take place, then we can say failure payment error, payment is not completed. And then we can say the type will be of failure. So I think the application is now complete. Now we can test it for the very last time. This type will be error, not failure. So let me change this to, let's suppose, sample Mario game. And this is a sample Mario game. Let me change the price also to $1,000. And now if you refresh the application, you will see the information is not printing out of the product. So this can be easily by fixed. Just go to the video description link and simply copy paste this h2 tags here, and right here whenever you are displaying it, simply paste it like this and put some break tags here. So we are just displaying the product info, so we are using product info, product name is this, product price is this. If you also want to have the description, simply have this in the text center class, product description. So this will be product dot description. So now if you reload the application, you will see all the information being printed out here. You will see now if I refresh it, product info, sample Mario game, product price 1000, product description, this is a sample Mario game. If I now enter all the information, enter the card number, you will see. So 2724. Click pay here, you will see now it should display the success message also. So you will see success payment is completed. So if you just check your dashboard here, go to the payments option, you will see, just refresh it, refresh the page. So in the console, you will see the response being coming back at 200. You will see 200 status is coming here. So the payment is completed. So here also you will see this is a sample Mario game. So you will see. So again, if you sometimes it can take some time to appear on this dashboard. So the payment is completed. So in this way, guys, you can integrate the Stripe payment gateway inside your React.js application and Node.js project. So please like the video, subscribe the channel, and I will be seeing you in the next video.